Yeah, we had some technical. Oh my god. Let's start that again. Hello, tall Joseph. How's it going?
Alright.
Good.
What have we got here?
Today we have a 2006 VW Transporter, 1.9, 102 horsepower for a stage 1 tune.
Okay, so very little horsepower for the big van.
Yeah, so it's converted to a camper.
Yeah. So
To be fair, to be fair, it's one of them. I mean, we do tune quite a lot of vans, more than people would think. A, because when you put weight in them, a lot of them are then slow. Or like the other vans, they're either motorhomes, campers, and such. So a lot of the time it's just to make them, not to make them fast, just a bit nicer to drive.
Yeah, drivable. Yeah.
But this one, as far as the customer was aware, was standard. Mm-hmm. I've already read the ECU while we were strapping it on the dyno, and it is not standard.
It's not standard, yeah.
So the plan pretty much is going to be spin it up, data log it, we'll see what it makes, we'll see what the data logs say. Mm-hmm. If it's all good, we'll turf it off.
Yep.
If it is not all good, we'll see where the customer wants to go and go from there.
Well, Joseph, what are we saying?
So we did 2 runs back to back, 142 horsepower and about 340 newton meters, 139 and 342 newton meters. Yep. As it comes into the run, it hits peak torque and there's a very horrible drop. Yeah. On the run that made slightly more power, the drop was a lot worse.
It's horrendous.
Yeah, we'll put up a graph here, there, somewhere.
Here.
We'll put up a graph now so you can see that. Yeah, it does, I mean, it looks like quite a strong tune, to be fair, and this...
It's very fuely.
To be fair, a lot of stuff on the dyno is. I mean, obviously we're not running extraction today. To be fair, I don't really know why, because we've got it, but we've decided not to run extraction. Just because, you know, live on the edge. Yeah. So yeah, you know, when a vehicle's on the dyno, obviously it's static, there's not as much air moving around as on the road, so everything will look more fuely than it is on the road.
Oh no, I know that.
But yeah, I mean, the peak numbers are all right considering the engine,
yeah.
And obviously that it's standard, but it's just the whole peak numbers don't mean everything if the graph looks terrible.
Yeah.
But we've obviously had a chat with the customer, he's looking to have it retuned.
Yeah.
The aim of the game isn't maximum power because it's made decent numbers already, but it's just smoothing the graph out and making the graph a bit nicer.
That's kind of where we'd expect this to end up power-wise, give or take anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
I did say to the customer that we're not trying to increase power, but just make the graph nicer.
No, definitely.
He's happy with that. So.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the plan, really.
Okay, cool. So flash a revision and then go.
Yeah, so we're just going to build up a tune, get it on, and see where we go.
Awesome. Standy Uppy Joseph.
Oh, hello, Standy Uppy Dan.
We're not sitting down because the van's outside.
We had some technical difficulties. The last bit of footage we recorded did not record. So we're now doing it again from here.
Yep.
So basically,
Some amount of revisions.
yeah, so we did a couple of revisions, and this is kind of where we've landed. So we've managed to smooth this out, this area here a lot more, obviously where you had a very aggressive dip. We'll probably put a graph on the screen in a moment.
I can do it.
It'll be easy to see. To be honest, the aim of the game wasn't really to make any more power or torque because the numbers were good. It was just kind of smoothing it all out just to make it a bit nicer.
Yeah, more drivable.
As you can see, we've gained a sizable amount of power and torque all the way through the range, or pretty much all the way through the range. Obviously, we brought it in a little bit more chilled. But yeah, like I said, the aim of the game really was just a bit more, just drivability, really.
Yeah, I mean, this brings back to that age-old adage that peak numbers really do mean nothing, which we've already stated in this video anyway.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, it's the typical thing with a camper. You know, it's a 902 horsepower engine. As a van with nothing in the back, it's great until you put weight in it, and that's kind of the situation.
Well,
it's
as a camper, it's fully loaded all the time, isn't
yeah,
it?
exactly. So it's just making it a bit more drivable, especially on longer trips and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Well,
yeah, so we've achieved, to be honest, a little bit. I mean, I was saying to the customer, 140, 145 horsepower is more than average and acceptable on one of these. So yeah, the crack 150 is pretty good.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I mean, for the age, it wasn't. I think it only done like 70,000 miles. I think.
It was tidy and clean.
Yeah, very tidy and hadn't done a lot of miles. But yeah, so all well and good, really.
Yeah. Well, we've hopefully get no complaints from the driver. Nothing but shower of compliments. Well,
He did like you, didn't he?
He did, yeah. In reality, I mean, that should be a much more drivable van. I mean, obviously, like I say, peak numbers really, I mean, if anything, based on peak, I think we lost half a newton meter or something ridiculous like that. But you can see there that for between 2,000 and 4,000 RPM, which is where you spend your entire life in that vehicle, you've gained across the board.
Yeah, definitely.
Should be a lot more drivable, a lot more pokey. Done job.
Awesome.